Hey guys, what's going on? I'm here to talk about if anybody's had the problem with the Mercedes Benz C250, the turbo. Mine is a W204, it's a 2013. The problem I've had is, well, the first time I had basically not too long after, I'd say about 80,000 miles, 85,000 miles, is when I started getting this chug on acceleration. So, maybe a little hard acceleration, and I would actually get a pretty harsh chug that would kind of feel like it was pulling me back or whatnot. I would get no engine codes though, but it was a harsh chug to made me very uncomfortable. I was like, oh man, I don't want to accelerate anymore. It's like, oh man, this sucks. But what I did after doing a little research, and people post all this different stuff, and I was like, let me go to one of the simple things, and that would be spark plugs. So I ended up running it, and I was like, oh, 1 and 2, so far so good. And then I got to 3 and 4, and that's when I noticed they were pretty burnt out. The tips were completely burnt out, it seemed like really shortened out. So I went ahead and changed 3 and 4 with NGK laser platinums, which is actually what Mercedes calls for. They're already pre-gapped and everything. So I went ahead and did that, and then that actually, after I drove it, oh man, back to normal. It felt amazing. Everything was good to go. No problems whatsoever. Then I'd say around 90,000 miles, I've installed since then the Burger Tuning piggyback, which gives you about 20-25 horsepower, about 40 pounds of torque. And I also installed the Burger Tuning K&N air intake. So I have both of those, so I can really hear the turbo with the K&N. And then recently I started getting this pullback, this lag from the turbo. Almost like when I hard accelerated. Like before, it wasn't as bad as when I had the spark plugs. I'm still not getting an engine code for it, but I had this slight jerk, or I don't know, it's just I could tell it was hesitating, and it wasn't where it should be, and I just felt like it was just not doing well whatsoever. So I went ahead and cleaned out my air intake with K&N, their spray cleaner, and then I went ahead and re-oiled it. It was my air intake was almost gray after 3 months, and now it's oiled up back to red. Besides that, I went ahead and did the throttle body and all the tubing around the throttle body. I went ahead and removed the throttle body, which is really easy. It's only four screws, 4 easy screws, with a Torx head. So I went ahead and pulled out the throttle body. There was some black residue, and there was also a small, minute amount of oil, which I've noticed in a lot of the W204s, C250s. I've noticed people pulling them off and finding a little minute thing of oil, which actually gets past these gaskets. I don't know if someone pulls it apart or something and they forget to replace the gasket, but my gasket came out really easy, and it's annoying to get the gasket back in because there's 2 of them. So if you pull off your throttle body and you see one green gasket with a little tip at the end, it's a circle with a little tip, that is one of the gaskets, but there's also a black one that goes with it around that. You put the green one in first, and you put the black one around on top, sort of on top, in the center of it. But sorry about explaining that, but basically there's 2 gaskets, so make sure those both go in there, or else you're gonna have oil coming in again. So I went ahead and replaced the gaskets, cleaned the throttle body really good, opened the valve up and everything, moved it back and forth, sprayed it while I moved it back and forth, opened and closed it. After that, so I cleaned the throttle body, cleaned the K&N air intake, and I went ahead and reinstalled them. And I'm now just driving the car today. I just did that yesterday afternoon. I made sure all the gaskets were in there really good, they weren't going to come out again. It was really annoying to put those gaskets in, even though hopefully yours don't pop out and it'll be good. But I went ahead and did that and put it all back together and made sure everything was sealed really tight and good, not over tightening, of course, but made sure the K&N was pulled all the way back. Reinstalled them. I'm driving it today. I went ahead and floored it a couple times, and I've had no problem. I'm right now driving an Eco. I'm gonna try, I'll try Sport right now and see what happens. that's amazingly smooth. Like, that hesitation from the turbo is completely gone, like absolutely gone, guys. So I would recommend, if you guys are having any problems, like if you're having a hard chug, I would definitely recommend checking the spark plugs, and I think you should do them anyway if it hasn't been in a while. And then definitely filter change, or if you have a K&N like me, go ahead and clean that filter with K&N filter cleaner, then hose it down, let it air dry, then re-oil it, let it air dry again, and after that I would clean the throttle body really good, because after that, dude, this car has never ran this smooth, to be honest. Like, I have never felt it this smooth. So just letting you guys know, any engine chugging, definitely spark plugs, throttle body, air intake, all of that, it really affects it. Like, the most minute dirtiness literally affected it hugely on mine. And now that everything's clean, it is like running like brand new, like seriously. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or need me to do a video, they're both really easy to clean. It didn't take me that much time, besides the gasket coming out of the throttle body. That set me back because it was hard to figure out where it exactly went, but I figured it out. Yeah, both really easy things. If you want your car, your Mercedes C250 W204 running really good again, I definitely recommend all that. And if you guys have any questions about any the burger tuning or any of that stuff, I really recommend them. They've done really well, and I'm doing a diverter valve and everything soon, and maybe I'll post a video on that. I don't really do too many videos whatsoever. But alright, thank you guys, and if you guys have any questions, just definitely give me a message. But yep.